It's week 12 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Thunderbirds, and it's coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, as I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And here we go from Toronto. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Watson now off play action. He's got a man left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Looking from the gun, Watson. He's on the move. He can run it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. From the gun, Watson. That throw behind his intended target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on third and long. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Mickey kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Conklin brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and that'll be a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Hall. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Hicks takes it away. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Taking a shot for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Cleveland. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns go up 10-zip here in the first.
Thunderbirds, nothing.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Thunderbirds and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time. Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
This throw is cupped. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Thunderbirds are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That throw finds Coughlin. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier. Count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 42. The Browns close in and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge, but offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
3rd and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Cooper going in motion right. Here's Chubb on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. No return on that punt, and it's going to be their football coming up. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start this one out with Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 40 on second down. Finds his target, Hall. And this one doesn't go far. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there, and it'll give them a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll go right side with Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Hall will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They need the right call here. It'll be 3rd and goal. Pass it down close. He has the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Thunderbirds cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns getting their offense out there. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses, but things looking better now as they've got this lead. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That heater's going to fall to the turf.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. The Thunderbirds and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we are looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Browns are set up well as they take over with some great field position. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He completes it in traffic. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now give right side to Chung. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Watson to the air. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Their offense running back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Into the hands of Conklin. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hall running between the tackles. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
At the Browns' 33-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Throw on 3rd down. Flushed out now to his left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. They send out Greg Zuerlein for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Kate, if we weren't dealing with a little bit of wind out there, I'm not sure that kick... to make it. In track, they call that wind aided. In football, they call it 3 points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Option headed to the left on 1st down. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Receiver in motion going left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where you're just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Play action, it's Watson. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Watson looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hall there to haul it in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be their football. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the gun, it's 4. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They give inside to Chung. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Staying on the ground here with Chung. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Oh, the football's loose. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go with Chubb here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and it's 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And oh, he got it! Interception! It's a foot race! He's at midfield! He's at the 30! He's at the 10! And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown! But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback! Yeah, no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick-6. Wow.
That one right down the middle. And the Thunderbirds make it 17 all. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give up the middle to Ford. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. And it's 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Broke through the tackle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Ontario. The Browns with a chance to break this tie. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Connects with Mechie. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the gun, Watson. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Sticking to the air with Watson. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Ford. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hall takes it straight ahead. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Thomas Morstead on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. New series coming up following the punt. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Watson on 1st and 10. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it's 2nd down coming up. Ford straight ahead. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Drake May, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Coming right is Hall. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to the air here. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now on 1st down. Able to hit Hall, complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Conklin brings it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's a gain of 3, and they're going to have 2nd and goal from the 4.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Hall. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
From the gun on 3rd down. And in for the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Thunderbirds tie this game up. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Browns and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Watson to throw it. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give now to Chubb. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 48. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They run it from the gun with Chubb. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain, and now a much more manageable 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Watson. On the move, headed right. And this one does not go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They're going to run for it with Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, and power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk, It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Hall running between the tackles. When he gets about a yard out of that. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. Oh no, they get him yet again! Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns are gonna have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I'll admit, man, I gotta admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Complete, it's Cooper. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 37. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He'll get this complete to Chubb. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium.
Oh, he lost the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Watson now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Browns first down.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. On the ground, it's a give to Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
The tight end going in motion right. First down, and they go right back to it. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Watson has it, 3rd and goal. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And that brings up 4th and goal. Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams returning. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. That's incomplete left side. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And that takes them to 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
That throw finds Conklin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll go right side with Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for second down. Looking for a throw here. Into traffic, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Hall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds his target, Hall. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they take him down right along the 30.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Has it down close. Touchdown! The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Thunderbirds take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. and now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Watson on 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From midfield on 2nd down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. From the gun, Watson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
The offense headed back to the field. This winning streak has been impressive for them. 6 games now, and they lead so far here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Hall there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play, and that gives them the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Hall once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. That one's incomplete over the middle.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
They'll run for it with Hall. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the 1st. They go right back to Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, will be...
They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns just have some new life in the fourth.
By the Browns.
Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Here's Watson to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
That'll be complete to Ford. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down, Cleveland.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Toronto. Browns losing by 4. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing is Watson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They give inside to Chung. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw. Hits him on the out route. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run. This is Chubb. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On 1st down, here comes Hall. He'll raise this across the 25. They get 28 out of that play. And they'll have 1st down. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Thunderbirds as we say so long from Toronto.